Hallo miteinander, I'm a.k.a. and this is Touhou 10 Mountain of Faith. Stage 3 is the kind of stage where you will have to wake up and actually concentrate on what you are doing, or else you will get horribly killed. And you don't want that. The thing is, you get very few lives to actually beat this game. You will only get about 9 or so in total, so every single one is very precious to you. In fact, they're so precious that if I lose one early on, say before reaching stage 3, I usually just abort the run and start anew. Just do a little better then. Now these fairies here are a lot more aggressive than what we're used to. Some of them, as you might have noticed, even have the audacity to wear little black caps. How dare they? Only major characters are allowed to wear headdresses in Touhou. So Reimu blasts them with magic and steals their faith. Not like she needs a reason for that, she's just a very horrible person. And this was our mid-boss? I guess not. See Reimu, that's what happens every time you don't put on your makeup. Well, before I was talking about Reimu being a horrible being, if you don't want to put up with her ill morals, you can actually choose another character to play as, and that would be Marisa Kirisame, the ordinary witch. But thinking about it, she may even be less virtuous than our Shrine Maiden, especially if you believe in what fandom tells you. The main difference between Reimu and Marisa is that Marisa moves a little bit quicker. Depending on how well you can cope with that, it may be beneficial or deadly for you. All depends on your playstyle. Each of these two characters have 3 different shot types. So that makes for a total of 6 playstyles for this game. And there we come to a big difference between regular shooters and Touhou. In Touhou you never pick up different weapons. You always choose a shot type and you're stuck with that one. The one that I chose was Reimu A, the homing type, as I've said. And that one is very useful against small fry. And also if you can't line yourself up correctly with the boss, you will still do damage because of the homing properties. But it's not very strong against single targets, but still very good choice. Now this little lady here, we've ignored her for the longest time. She happens to be Nitori Kawashiro, and she is a kappa. Now we Westerners, we don't really have an equivalent for the monster kappa. Most of the time they're translated as water goblin or water imp, but they are kind of a mix between a human and a turtle. Apart from being a kappa, Nitori is also an engineer. She actually has contraptions that go far beyond the average level of technology in Gensokyo. And because of that fact, fans like to depict her as a kind of mad scientist character. You know, the one that is kind of fidgety and eccentric. Yeah, that kind of character. Now Nitori, being a stage 3 boss, has still patterns that are very easy to understand, but not always easy to react to. Some of the stuff she throws at you is pretty fierce, and you might have noticed that some patterns have a name actually, every other one. These name patterns are called spell cards, and the special thing about them is that if you can survive them without dying and without bombing, you can actually capture them and get a whopping point bonus. I can only reliably capture some of the earlier spell cards in the game because I'm just that much of a casual player. But more advanced players can even tackle the harder ones like this one. This one happens to have a peculiar name, Monster Cucumber. Now, Kappa really like cucumbers, and so does Nitori. Oh yeah, she really loves those big, long, juicy cucumbers. She would insert them into her mouth, shove them down her throat very slowly, and gently cherish them with her. Sorry, we just got a little bit off track there. Yes, as I've said, Kappa really like cucumbers. Nothing really else. I mean, seriously, what did you think I was talking about? I'm a.k.a. this was Mountain of Faith, and next time we're gonna tackle stage 4, A very beautiful stage, but as you might know, roses tend to have thorns. Bis bald!